What is going on, friends? Sorry. So I'm making this video. I'm gonna make it mainly for myself. Just need to rant. So recently, I started this job where I stream, sell coins, gold, and silver. And maybe you could even tell how it has affected me. I have not been taking care of myself at all. I really haven't. I come home after doing an overnight shift and I'm probably sleep deprived because I work these overnight shifts and it's harder for me to fall asleep during the day. And then right when I feel like I'm about to get into a deep sleep is right when I need to wake up. And I do my stream and I come home and I eat shitty food. And then I'll scroll on my phone and play Clash Royale for hours. And you could actually, I feel like what I'm even noticing within myself right now, you may be able to tell, I don't want to say it's like pride, but I could definitely say I'm a bit more confident in myself. And, I think because I'm doing a job like that now, I don't care to come home and just sit down and kind of do nothing, scroll on my phone. But first of all, it's literally been eating me alive. I genuinely feel like it's like a possession. I come home and just energy is completely drained. I want to read, I want to meditate, I want to work out, I want to do all these good things for me. And I always give in to the lower part of myself or pleasure and instant gratification. And I know myself, I would like to say, pretty well. I know when I'm obviously trying. I don't want to say on my shit. When I'm at least trying, and then times when I just completely do not care at all, self-destruct and just do every single pleasurable lower nature, side of myself, and I give into all the lower nature habits and things like that. And right now is definitely like one of those times. And once again, it's just I understand though that this is actually a part of life in a weird way. What I'm doing right now is a part of life still. I'm just experiencing the lower nature, more pleasurable things, and it feels like shit. But I understand that life is I don't want to say struggle, but at the end of the day, we do struggle between the good and evil, right? And light and the dark, I guess you can say. But when I didn't have this job or whatever, on the surface, I really wasn't confident. Because I remember if I got a phone call from a relative or if I was meeting new people, I would be frightened if they asked me the question, so what do you do? What are you doing right now? Absolutely frightened. And you know what I was doing at that time? I was reading all of these books. I was journaling every single day. I was going on runs every single day. I was making YouTube videos every single day. I was learning from mentors on YouTube and taking notes and meditating. That's what I was doing. I was doing all the things that, you're supposed to do in silence, that you do in silence. All the things that no one sees. And it's just so funny because now that I'm like doing one thing that everyone sees, like quite literally, it's funny. It's not even like, it's like a literal statement because of what I'm doing too. Like I stream, I'm on live stream, selling coins and stuff like that. So literally like anyone can go see me work live, like relatives and obviously people, but like, it's just funny now that like I can feel myself putting on this facade, putting on this front, not even a front, but just like I finally am like, feel like I'm fitting in. You know, I finally feel like I'm fitting in and like, oh yeah, this is what I'm doing. Ask me what I'm doing. Please, I want you to ask me what I'm doing because I also think it's pretty cool too. And I wanna talk about it. I wanna brag about it a little bit. I'm proud of it, prideful. And then when no one's watching me, I'm scrolling for hours. I'm playing video games for hours. I'm eating shit food. I'm losing my fucking mind. I'm not sleeping. I'm not working out. Like, I like to give myself compassion. I like to practice compassion and, you know, treat myself as if I were my own best friend. And, you know, so I want to be there for myself and not completely guilt myself, and because that's just going to take me down a farther rabbit hole. But, you know, I will say right now, this has already been making me feel a lot better. And like, I do feel good. But like, I'm just coming out of like a depression, or I know some people in the spiritual community call it a dark night of the soul, whatever. One of the darkest depressions that I think I've experienced thus far in my lifetime so far. I thought I experienced, and I was talking to Avra, me and Avra were talking about this a little bit, like we thought we kind of experienced a depression before, but not until this year. And for me, I mean, I kind of documented my whole journey. Like you can literally go back and watch the videos when I was prime time, felt like I was surrounded by darkness, and I was the only light. I was the only light. And I just had to take one step in front of the other. The only thing that I could see was like the next step. Not even. As I would take the next step, I could see my feet, if that makes sense. Like I was the hermit holding a lantern in a cave. I was the only light. There was no light around me. And now I feel like I made it out or whatever, right? And I genuinely, overall, like I don't feel so heavy, you know? But like why right when I get out, I feel like I can start treating myself poorly again because I did everything that I could to get out of that cave. I embraced the darkness even. Like I welcomed it. I befriended it, you know? And why now that I feel like that I'm out of that cave, I want to just like not be a friend to myself, because that's when you do these self-destruction things, like you're not being a friend for yourself, you know? I listened to something though very beautiful today. Professor Yang, Predictive History. If you watch my videos, you know that I've talked about him before. He was talking about Zora, fuck, I don't want to butcher his name. Zoroaster, maybe. Something like that. Persian prophet, I guess you can say. and he was talking about like the beliefs that Zoroaster had, or and the message he was trying to spread to humanity. And one of the biggest things he said, like Professor Yang said today, like if you're a bad person, right? And I'm not saying I'm a bad person, but I know I can do better, right? I have the awareness. I'm not ignorant. That's the difference. And so when I do these negative, like someone can scroll for hours, but if they're not aware of their internal world, of how they're feeling, and just even aware that it makes it bad, that make, like they're ignorant. And so it won't really affect them as much. Therefore, they won't really grow. They'll just stay like that. But I have the awareness that I'm doing these things. And so he said, if you're a bad person, if you're a person of evil, you should be grateful, because this now gives you the opportunity of self-reflection, growth, and transformation. And that is beautiful, because, man, the process of transformation and of growth, and he used the word ashe or something, not ashe, something Zoroaster people talk about, just enlightenment, you could say, on one level, individuation. Carl Jung uses the term individuation, of just becoming the best version of yourself in modern terms, right? Like in self-improvement, guru terms, becoming the best version of yourself, but more so striving for the truth too, striving for the truth, seeking love in a world full of hate and darkness. And understanding, though, that energy is within you, though. Both energies, the love, the hate, the light, the dark. And so if you understand, like right now, this is the mindset that I need to have moving forward. And although, like, part of me is like, I told myself I was going to try and snap out of this so many times. I was going to come home, and I was like, today's Monday. I was going to come home, and I was supposed to meditate today and go play basketball, be outside, be present, be present. That is the biggest thing. I was supposed to come home today and be present. Live in the now. And, do things that I love to do, that my higher self loves to do, which would be reading these books and, the pursuit of knowledge and wisdom and things like that. And taking care of my physical being, exercise, right? Dance a little bit, right? And I came home and I scrolled. And on one part of me now, it feels like I'm so overdue. I told myself I was going to start so many times. Now, like today was like, I don't even want to start. So I'm just go even deeper. I'm so behind now. I don't even, like, I should have been started. So I feel like it's too late in a sense, right? That's like one of the thoughts. And that is a mindset that I can adopt and I can identify with and move forward with. But right now, what I need to do, the mindset that I need to have moving forward is, I understand that I have not been taking care of myself. I understand that I have been at war with myself. I understand that I have not been doing the best that I can do, that I have been indulging in more lower vibrational things, right? If we want to talk frequency and energetic vibration, right? I've been indulging in lower vibrational habits and activities and ways of being. And so I can acknowledge that fact, have the awareness, and now once again, choose to grow from this, choose to transform from this, right? Because, I mean, it's so crazy, like, and I think right now, this is why I love to do these videos, and this is why I genuinely feel like this is a divine moment right now, because as I'm doing this video, I have more understanding and more awareness now of like what I need to do, and my mission, it feels like. And I'm getting more clarity, I guess. That's what it is. I'm getting more clarity. And it's so crazy because once again, this was the realization that I just had. Like when I was in that depressed state and I felt like I finally was going through a transformation process. I made a lot of videos about initiation, which is a transformational process, an internal transformational process. And I felt like I was going through a deep initiation process, a deep transformational process within my life, in my internal life. And then when I felt like I came out of it, you feel like on one level you're done. Like it's a one-stop thing, one-stop show. And what I'm realizing right now is here I am again at a different stage. I'm at a different stage. I'm more evolved now. I'm genuinely not in that depressed state. Like I we could probably like bring it down to a biological level. Like if I would have had my brain tested with wires and shit, you would literally see like my serotonin levels at that time were probably way lower and things like that. And I genuinely like couldn't feel happiness. Like I was surrounded by a black cloud and positive thoughts felt so far away. But right now it is, I feel lighter. This is the amazing part. Regardless of everything that I'm doing right now, I do still feel lighter. I don't feel as heavy. I can find the positive thoughts. And so it's just crazy though, because now here I am again, after coming out of that, thinking that I would just be like, oh, I'm good now in every fucking area. Here I am again, needing to like learn more about myself, transform in another way, self-reflect in another way, and therefore grow and evolve. And this is exactly what Professor Yang was talking about. It's what every single spiritual teacher that I come across talks about, is the process of transformation, of evolution. There literally is no end goal. Literally, there is no end goal. There is no destination. Not like you can say nirvana, right? But once again, what Professor Yang was talking about is even when you reach the point of nirvana, you now have a duty. Because if you reach the point of nirvana, for the most part, you'll turn around and you'll be looking and you'll realize the people around you aren't there. And so your duty is to come back, spread the message, right? And bring more people along with you. And like, you know, I make YouTube videos. I post online, not because of like, not like, you know, and I recently got clear with my intention on my YouTube channel. I hope I don't delete those videos, because I know sometimes I'll go back and watch certain videos of mine like a year later, 2 years later. And of course, you know, you cringe a little bit. But I really don't want to delete these videos this time, because I genuinely, the reason I make these videos, number one, is because right now, I genuinely enjoy this. This helps me channel a higher consciousness. Before this video, I was scrolling on Instagram, on YouTube, on playing Clash Royale, eating shitty food, right? Like, and now here I come and I turn on this video and I just start talking, and I feel like I just feel like I'm more purposeful right now. And I understand more, and I'm learning as I'm speaking. I'm learning as I'm doing this. And so I like doing these videos, number one. And then number two is I genuinely feel like the messages that I want to spread are timeless. Like I don't make videos on trending topics, on politics, on, you know, on current events. I make videos about things that I like to learn about, which a lot of times have to do with spirituality, psychology, and just, you know, philosophy, I guess. And they're timeless. And so I want to make these videos not because I want any type of clout, because I want them to find the people who need them. I want it to find people, and people who genuinely somehow resonate with them can, you know, get something from it, I guess. And you know what, another thing that I've been realizing is I feel like somehow, some way, this is a part of my mission, regardless if people see these videos or not. And you know what the beautiful part about that is? Because we are an extension of the universe, there is no separation. And so because of that, it doesn't matter if I get viewers on these videos or not. Like that is literally irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. What matters is that I am doing the thing that I feel like I should be doing and living out my genius, as Michael Meade would talk about, which is once again one of your, and you can have multiple of them, just one of your kind of, I don't want to use the word passions, but, you know, duties of being here. You're living out your authentic self. You're being your authentic self. You're living out what your heart desires. And so by being your authentic self, you automatically contribute to the goodness of the world and the universe. It may be on a very micro level, but in the grand scheme of things, it also could be on a macro level. But that's what I'm saying. Like, the views literally don't matter. This automatically contributes to the goodness of the world because I am in the energy of my authentic self. I feel like this was one of my reasons for being here. I don't know yet where this is going to take me and what I'm exactly going to do with it, but I do feel like I need to continue making these videos in my lifetime. And so I'm going to continue to do them, even if it's just for, you know, documentation purposes. And then at least my family and friends can watch them when I die or something. But because the feelings that I feel right now, I feel so alive. I feel in the present moment. And I feel like I'm channeling, like, you know, higher frequencies, higher divine consciousness. And I just feel like by doing this right now, you know, maybe regardless if even I posted this video or not, but by doing this right now, living out a part of your authentic self, just being your authentic self, you automatically contribute to the goodness of the world. And so once again, just, you know, to get back on like everything that I was talking about and you know, I just want to be a light, man. I just want to be a light. I want to be a light for myself and for others. And that light, I want it to reflect the light within them. And I feel like this is like one way of doing that. But yeah, you know, to go back on what I said, just feeling like I can do better. But I guess that's the beautiful part, is having the awareness. And now, once again, embarking on this journey of transformation, of evolution, of growth that is never ending. Because I was in a dark depression a couple months ago, and I came out of it, and yet here I am doing all these self-destruction things. Like, why? I don't even want to question it. You know, maybe I will another day, but what I do know is that I have the awareness that I'm doing these things. And so with that awareness, I'm going to choose to transform yet again, and to grow and to evolve and become a better version of myself, and to seek more truth of the world, of myself, and you know, I guess share that while I'm learning, because I'm just learning as I go. And so everything you see in these videos, like, I'm not saying that, you know, anything is right or wrong. Like, I'm just learning as I go, and I'm sharing it with the camera. Yeah, you know, I think that's it. Probably get some sleep now. Well, thank you for watching. I haven't posted in a while. I think I may post this video, so if I do, you'll see it on the YouTube. I don't know what I'll title it, but Thanks for watching, alright? I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.